Hey my dolls, thanks for watching. Today we have this very simple daytime look that some of you guys requested. It's a makeup using a powder foundation. I'm not using any liquid foundation. It's a very simple everyday like go-to look for me. I do switch out the eyes depending on where I'm going or whatever, but for the most part this is my face routine for a regular everyday basis. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, let's get into it. Bye. Alright, so let's get started. To start off, I'm going to be priming using the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. This one is very hydrating and it has that silicone feeling. So if you don't like silicone feeling primers, maybe this one is not for you, but it's really good. I just purchased it not long ago and I have been liking it a lot. And now you guys know I have to apply an orange or peachy tone concealer or corrector. So I'm using the one by Becca in the tone Peach under my eyes. If you're new to my channel, you might not know, but I have really dark circles, so I must take this step just to make sure that it corrects the area, and that when I apply my highlighting concealer it looks natural, sort of, so it doesn't look all grayish. Now I'm going to move on to my regular concealer. I'm going to be mixing two just because of the color, so I'm mixing the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I have the tone Tan, and then I'm going to be mixing it with a Naked Concealer by Urban Decay in the tone Medium Light. The reason I'm not going in with the tan directly is because I'm not going to be applying foundation, so this one can be a little dark for me. So I like to put it right here so it kind of like blends better with the rest of my face. I'm a little bit pale right now, you know, if you compare me to how I really am in the summertime, so that's why I have to lighten that concealer up a little bit. And I'm going to be using this brush. It's a small contour brush by Smiling Glam. I got it in one of my Ipsy bags, and I'm going to be using this to blend it a little bit, but you can always use your fingers. I really like my fingers too. To finish the blending of the concealer, I'm going to come in with my beauty blender. Actually, this is the Real Techniques beauty sponge, and I like to use this especially right here to make sure that it really blends into my skin and you don't see the difference between my corrector. Usually I like to set the area underneath my eyes with my yellow powder from the Kat Von D shade in my palette, but I forgot that today and I'm being lazy, so I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier translucent powder. It works good too, it's just that it kind of tends to dry me out a little bit sometimes, so I'm just going to apply a slight amount just to set underneath my eyes. If I'm just gonna go out to run some errands, maybe go to my sister's house or do something quick, I will totally just go out like this and put a little bit of mascara if I have time and do my brows, and I'm good. But if I'm going to work or I have time to actually look a little bit more presentable, then I'm gonna go in with my powder foundation. And what I've been using lately and for a very long time is my MAC Studio Fix powder, and currently I'm using the tone C6, C as in Charlie 6. I used to wear the NC42, but this is what I had the last time I went to MAC. They picked this one for me and it works fine, especially now this time of year. I am a little bit more pale, so anyways, this is the powder that I'm using, and I'm just going to pat that very lightly like that into my skin just to perfect any imperfection, or not perfect, cover up a little bit. Some of the imperfections look a little bit more one tone as opposed to, you know, the little different shades that we have on our face. Now for the brows, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Dual Brow Powder in the tone Soft Brown. I think that was the tone. I actually completely erased, but I think it is Soft Brown or Medium Brown, one of the two. But I'm going to be using that to just shape my brows really quickly. And I'm also using my Anastasia brush in the number 12. For the eyes, most of the time I don't wear eyeshadow on a regular everyday basis, but whenever I have extra time, and I do, I'm gonna reach for a super natural, easy to do eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna apply one shadow all over the eye. So today I'm gonna be using this Sensational Effect eyeshadow quad or whatever, little eyeshadow thingy from Lancome, and I'm gonna pick up this dusty pink right here. And using any blending brush, any shader brush, typically a blending brush. Today I'm going to be using this dual fiber eye brush by Real Techniques. Just load my brush with that color and I just start running it into the crease first and the outer V in little circular motion, and then bringing it in windshield swiper motion into the complete crease. And then whenever I have barely any product, then I just bring it down into the lid for a very simple wash of color. To add a little bit more definition to the eye and define the lashes, I'm going to be using my Rich Experience eyeliner from MAC. It's just a really dark, rich brown liner, and I'm just going to be lining very close to the lashes first. Just a regular line, and then I do a little flick at the end, nothing too crazy. And you don't have to be too careful with it, because we're going to come in now with a little bit of eyeshadow right after I'm done with the other eye. Apply just the slightest amount, like a little tiny bit at the very end of the lower lash line, just so it can give us that bigger eye effect. Now going back to the same palette that we used before, I'm going to be taking this burgundy color shadow. You can use the brown, you can use the black, whatever color you think suits you, you can reach for. But for me, I feel personally, my opinion, that burgundies and browns really go good with my complexion. By the way, I'm using the same brush I was using for my brows, and I'm just going right over the liner, just smudging it a little bit so it doesn't look as harsh. If you want it to look even softer, you can come back in with a shader brush and just go around it to make sure that it looks super soft. Alright, so now it's time for mascara. So I'm going to be curling my lashes just because I have time today, but if I don't have time, I'm not going to take this step, I'll be honest. The mascara that I'm using is the Last Sensational by Maybelline. For bronzer, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. bronzer palette, and I'm going to be applying it with this Me little brush that I received in one of my Ipsy bags. Mixing these two tones, I'm going to sort of like contour a little bit. And now with these two shades, and yes, I always like to mix two because whenever I have options, I don't know for which one to go. So with these two, I'm actually going to just go a little bit like more messy because it's more like bronzing right now. So for blush, I'm going to be using Wet n Wild's Pearlescent Pink, and I'm actually going to be applying it using the same little brush that I use for the contour and the bronzer. This is such a beautiful blush. I really recommend it. It's so inexpensive and the quality is so good. It's so pigmented. To highlight just the smallest amount, I'm going to be using this Victoria's Secret Next to Nude highlighter. It's from the Versus collection. I don't know if they still have this, but it's really good and very inexpensive too, so it's beautiful. And I'm going to be applying just a little bit on the tip of my nose and the little bridge right here, just a little bit, and the Cupid bow. I almost forgot to do my nose contour. Jesus, I cannot go anywhere without that. So I'm gonna be using this shade right here, which is the lightest one from the e.l.f. little bronzing palette, and I'm using my little dandy brush from Sephora. It's from an older collection, so I don't really know if they have it. It's like a flat shader. I'm gonna be just contouring the nose. Whenever I apply makeup, especially if I apply a lot of powder, I have to use a setting spray. And today I'm going to be using the Chill Makeup Setting Spray from Urban Decay, because it just melts everything together and it makes it feel normal again, like you're wearing no makeup, even though this is super lightweight anyways. But you know, let's just give it a little shake and apply it to the rest of the face, to the entire face. Now for the lips, one of my favorite go-tos for a while now is Lolita by Kat Von D. So let's just go with that and be in a comfy zone. I love this lipstick. I feel that it goes with pretty much any look for daytime and nighttime glam, anything. I really have to buy another one. I really like it. So that is it. That is the complete look. Oh my god, I have no earrings on. I feel so weird. Yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this super simple to do everyday look using a lot of drugstores and inexpensive products, which I didn't even realize until now. But I do use a lot of low-end or drugstore, whatever you want to call it, products on a regular everyday basis. Please let me know what you guys are interested in seeing next. What would you like me to film, try, whatever, like tutorials, anything that you guys want me to do. Thank you so much for watching. Mil besos, and I see you guys next time. Bye.